What do you do or how do you react when your new Filipina girlfriend's child calls you daddy? This video will prepare you for what may shock some foreign guys to the core and have him in two minds as to what this is all about. Is it normal that within a short time that a child you've never met in person starts to call you daddy, or is there something more sinister at play here? So if you're thinking of dating a Filipina or new to dating a Filipina, then you won't want to miss this video. Just quickly, if you're looking to date a Filipina and are not sure where to start, then why not check out my affiliate link in the pinned comment to the Philippines' #1 dating site where it's free to create an account. In many Western cultures, it will take some years of a committed relationship before your girlfriend's child will freely call you daddy, and that's something most of us guys are very comfortable with. After all, you may want to make sure the relationship is solid before having that type of connection or relationship with a child. Simply, that's protecting the child against the hurt that may come from being emotionally attached to a father figure should things not work out long term. And of course, we do it for our own protection as well, as very few of us would feel comfortable with a child we barely know calling us daddy. But for some reason, when one dates a Filipina, it's rather common that you may be doing a video chat with your very new girlfriend, and all of a sudden, her cute child will come on camera with a big smile and then say those dreaded words. "Hello, Daddy," will be ringing in your ears, and many of us guys are absolutely stunned as we never expected to hear that maybe ever, let alone after a few short weeks of chatting to the child's mother. And you must know that handling that situation is rather a delicate balance. Firstly, you don't want to upset the child, and secondly, we all know how sensitive many Filipinas can be, so we may not want to offend or upset the Filipina at this time. After the initial shock wears off, natural thoughts start coming into your mind. Well, at least if you're human, they will. You may ask yourself if this is normal Filipino culture. After all, close friends who are not related by blood, in some cases they call uncle or aunt. So what's different here? Well, you may think that this is some sort of scam to get you emotionally attached very quickly, so that when your beautiful, innocent and sweet Filipina needs money, she now has an emotional point to target you, which of course is the child. The first thing you need to know is how important it is around the way you react in that first 30 seconds after hearing those words. Now, when you've been shocked, you become almost stunned to reality, but you need to be mindful and remember the child is innocent in all of this. Whether or not the woman is being genuine in wanting to be close to you, or if she's trying to emotionally blackmail you, you must remember that the child is innocent and only doing what the mother has asked the child to do. So as soon as you hear this from the child, I say respond simply as, "I'm fine, thank you. How are you?" or something along those lines. Once you're sure that the child can no longer hear you, then you need to bring this up with the Filipina to find out what her intentions or reasoning is around the child calling you daddy without any input from you. To many of us foreign guys, this is a big deal, and for some, they may run a mile, especially so early on in the relationship. Just very quickly, if you're enjoying this video and you want more information and tips, then be sure to subscribe to the channel. Now let's be totally honest here as we look at this, and as I say, I've heard from many guys who have had this happen to them even after a few days of chatting to the Filipina. And to me, I see this as a calculated attack on your emotions. She is targeting you very early on to draw you in and create a huge target that she can access anytime she wants to. A woman who coaches her child to call you daddy within the first few months, in my opinion, is either misguided or looking to hook you any way she can. To me, this is not just part of a strategic game plan, and an unfair one at that. It's also showing an amount of desperation on her part. Using a child to gain any outcome between a man and a woman is to be frowned upon on so many levels, and simply, the child is a pawn in their mother's game. If the mother is merely misguided in her judgment or assessment of dating a foreign man, then she needs to be told as gently as possible, while getting your message across to her that this is not going to happen at this time. Perhaps in the future, but certainly not right now. From this, sure, her feelings may get hurt, but if she's genuine, she'll get over it and understand, and the two of you may move on together. But if you work out that this is a deliberate ploy to play on your heartstrings, then this is showing complete disregard for you and the child, whilst putting her own interests first above the child's welfare. To me, this type of woman is no better than a love scammer and should be treated accordingly. I know some foreign guys think that it's all cute when they hear the child say this, because they blindly can't see how they are being manipulated by the Filipina. It's at this time the woman is showing her true colours for you to see, and if you think it's very innocent and cute, then you may be in for a rough time ahead in the future. And I do know that many of you guys watching this video have experienced this very thing. I'd love to hear in the comments how long you guys have been dating or married to the Filipina before the child or children called you daddy. And was this discussed with you or simply imposed on you? And also, are you still with that child's mother today? And how long have you guys been together? Or did this issue cause you to go your separate ways at some point? I understand everyone will have their own view on this depending on their own experiences. But to me, this is more of a way for a desperate Filipina to catch her man, as she understands there may be many other Filipinas out there that this man may be chatting to or interested in. In her mind, she needs to play her strongest cards as early as possible before another Filipina beats her to the punch and she loses you forever. But in my mind, she is clearly deceiving and manipulating you. She may justify this in her mind as being natural or normal, but even by Filipino standards, this is not a normal thing to do so quickly after meeting a complete stranger. Guys need to wise up here and think logically around this, and if it doesn't feel right or it feels uncomfortable, then clearly it's not okay. I have plenty of free information with valuable tips around dating a Filipina, so be sure to click the playlist on screen now. And I'll see you in the next video.